Hello and welcome everyone, it's Capcan and today we're looking at our Survival Hunter talent tree from Dragonflight, starting with Raptor Strike. 30 focus, vicious slash, dealing 175% of attack power physical damage. Our main ability, Wildfire Bomb. 1 charge, 18 seconds recharge, hurl a bomb at the target exploding for 50% of attack power in a cone and coating enemies in wildfire, scorching them for 99% of attack power fire damage over 6 seconds, which is our main ability as well. Now, what do we have here? Tip of the Spear. Kill command increases the damage of your next Raptor Strike or Mongoose Bite by 12%, stacking up to 3 times, or it's gonna be 25%. Which means that it can stack up to 75%. Okay. Now, Predator. Kill command has an additional 15% chance to immediately reset its cooldown, which means that you're gonna have more focus, which means that you're gonna have more damage. Harpoon. Hurls a harpoon at an enemy, rooting them in place for 3 seconds and pulling you to them. 30 seconds recharge. Our basic our baseline mobility skill as well. And Ferocity. All damage done by your pet is increased by 10%, so just generic increase of all damage of your pet. Okay. So let's see what's up with the left part, and there's gonna be something that you can call center. Alright, energetic ally. You and your pet's maximum focus is increased by 10. Okay, with how spiky all the cooldowns can be and how spiky your focus generation can be, it may be pretty useful with you having 10 additional maximum focus, but I don't really know how much does it, how good is it for you to spend a talent on it. Bloodseeker. Kill command causes the target to bleed for additional damage over 8 seconds. You and your pet gain 10% attack speed for every bleeding enemy within 12 yards. Pretty good. Lunge. Range of your melee attacks and abilities increased by 3 yards, which is just very good. It's gonna give you additional damage if you need to step out from the target a little bit in left, right to dodge some skills, and you can still continue damaging them with your melee strikes. Yeah, it's definitely great. I'm gonna take it probably 100% of the time, but maybe not 100%, but it's definitely very good. That's what I'm gonna say. Guerrilla Tactics. Wildfire Bomb now has 2 charges and the initial explosion deals 50% increased damage, which is just pretty good increase of your damage for your AoE. Intense Focus. Kill command generates 6 additional focus with the ability to immediately reset its cooldown. It's gonna be awesome having some additional extra free focus. Wildfire Bomb deals 12% additional damage, 25% additional damage, so just flat out increases of damage for your wildfire bombs, which means more AoE. Viper's Venom. Raptor Strike and Mongoose Bite have a 15% chance to apply Serpent Sting to your target. Okay, that's more of a single target ability. Yes, so you're just gonna get additional dots, additional damage on your main target. Sharp Edges. Critical strike damage dealt, critical damage dealt increased by 2%, so 4% critical multiplier, which is definitely good for your, if you have a big amounts of crit strike chance. This talent is probably gonna increase your damage quite a lot. Wildfire Infusion. Lace your Wildfire Bomb with extra regions randomly, giving it one of the following enchantment each time you throw it. Shrapnel Bomb. Shrapnel pierces the target, causing Raptor Strike and Butchery. Oh, wait a second. Mongoose Bite. Raptor Strike, and Butchery or Carve to apply a bleed for 9 seconds that stacks up to 3 times, which is pretty cool. Pheromone Bomb kill command has a 100% chance to reset against the targets coated with pheromones, which gives you more focus generation and which is way more single target oriented. Then the Shrapnel Bomb and Volatile Bomb reacts violently with poison, causing an extra 25% of attack power fire damage against enemies suffering from your Serpent Sting, and applies Serpent Sting to up to 3 targets. So the third one is more universally good because it gives you additional damage on the target that is already poisoned with your presumably Viper's Venom or stuff like that, and it spreads additional Serpent Sting to enemies in the range. If you're attacking multiple targets with your Wildfire Bomb. Okay, Sharp Edges still not enough here. Quick Shot. When kill command's cooldown is reset, you have a 30% chance to fire an arcane shot at your target at 100% of normal value. Okay, that's interesting. So you have additional chance on you have a proc and then a proc on top of that proc with a chance to fire arcane shot at your target at 100% of normal value. Yeah, that's definitely an increase for your single target damage again, and it's quite interesting for me. How are you gonna shot your arcane shot because you have melee weapon? You're gonna probably shot it with your crossbow, little one-handed crossbow that you have for your Serpent Sting. Fury of the Eagle furiously strikes all enemies in front of you, so 45 seconds cooldown, channeled 4 seconds in front of you, dealing physical damage over 4 seconds. Critical strike chance increased by 50% against any target below 20% health. Deals reduced damage beyond 5 targets. Kill command cooldown resets reduce the cooldown of Fury of the Eagle. Kill command cooldown resets reduce. Okay, so you're gonna have pretty good uptime on this talent. It's probably not gonna be your PvP. It's probably not gonna be your PvP burst talent, burst cooldown 100%. And it's not gonna be against the raid bosses. It's definitely for your M+, for your this low of a cooldown means that you can proc it and you can use it every single pack. Alright, and Ruthless Marauder, which I'll probably, there are 3 talents there, and I'm gonna use some more here. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Ruthless Marauder. Fury of the Eagle, this skill, now gains bonus critical strike chance against targets below 35% instead of 20% health. And Fury of the Eagle critical strikes reduce the cooldown of Wildfire Bomb and Flanking Strike by 0.5 seconds. And if I'm gonna go and put 3 talents here, okay, so you're having 50% additional critical strike chance against targets below 65% health, and Fury of the Eagle critical strikes reduce cooldown of Wildfire Bomb and Flanking Strike by 1.5 seconds, which is quite massive for your AoE damage. Let's be real here. And you're probably gonna take it after this talent and not this, because this is way more one single target focused, and this is pretty good for AoE. Just like, yeah, Viper's Venom can be okay for AoE as well, but yeah, maybe still more for a single target. All right, so pretty interesting stuff. New ability, definitely interesting. Yeah, so much interesting stuff from me, you know. Now let's go with center part of the tree. Choose one, Carve or Butchery. So that's currently Carve is our by default AoE spell. Has 35 focus, 6 seconds cooldown, deals 28% of attack power, deals reduced damage beyond 5 targets. Okay, and Butchery is the talent that we currently have but rarely take, that upgrade Scarf. 30 focus instead of 35, 9 seconds recharge instead of 6, and 3 charges. Attacks all nearby enemies in a flurry of strikes, inflicting physical damage to each, deals reduced damage beyond 5 targets. So it attacks not in cone but around you. It has 3 charges with 9 seconds recharge instead of 6 seconds cooldown, which is way better uptime. And it deals 88% of attack power damage instead of 28% of attack power damage. Which seems for me like it's either Carve is represented wrong with the number of the damage itself, or Butchery is just straight up way better talent, way better skill. Frenzy Strikes. Butchery and Carve reduce the remaining cooldown of Wildfire Bomb by 1 second, which is pretty awesome, especially for your AoE. And the remaining cooldown of Flanking Strike by 1 second for each target hit up to 5. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Flanking Strike. Oh, so there it is. 30 seconds cooldown, 15 yards range, instant. You and your pet leap to the target and strike it as one, dealing physical damage. Generates 30 focus for you and your pet. So focus generation, mobility, pretty low cooldown. Cooldown decreases with your other skills, especially AoE skills. Means that, yeah, it's probably pretty good talent, and you'll probably take it most of the times, I assume, maybe not, but it's pretty good. That's all that I can say. Sweeping Spear, Raptor Strike, Mongoose Bite, Butchery, and Carve damage increased by 5%, so by 10%. So it's just straight up damage increases for almost everything except for Wildfire Bomb and your kill command. Tactical Advantage, damage of Flanking Strike increased by 10%, and all damage dealt by Wildfire Bomb increased by 4%. So very big increases, yeah, pretty big increases for Flanking Strike, which is more of a mobility skill, and damage for Wildfire Bomb, which is way better because, yeah, your Wildfire Bomb is pretty cool, awesome, and good spell. Now we have our last part of the tree, which wasn't really taken here. I've taken it just for this part of the tree. So terms of engagement, it goes after Harpoon. Harpoon has a 10 seconds reduced cooldown, okay, and deals 50% of attack power, physical damage, which is not that much, and generates 20 focus over 10 seconds, which is 2 focus over second. Killing an enemy resets the cooldown of Harpoon. So yeah, that's your open world talent 100%, just in order for you to be able to go from target to target way faster, to generate some focus, to have some initial damage on targets. Mongoose Bite replaces Raptor Strike, a brutal attack that deals 157% of attack power, physical damage, and grants you Mongoose Fury. Mongoose Fury increases the damage of Mongoose Bite by 15% for 14 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Successive attacks do not increase duration. 30 focus. Yeah, so here we have 174%, and here we have 157%, and 15 increases every time. So with one stack, so if you're gonna strike with Raptor Strike once, then it's better. If you're gonna strike with it twice, then it's just like if you're striking twice, then it's like you didn't even take the talent itself. It's just gonna be the same with Raptor Strike. And if you're striking it 3 times at least and stacking the buff itself, then it's gonna ramp up and deal more damage. Alright, and Spear Focus. Mongoose Bite, damage increased by 10%, so single target damage increases here. Alright, and Bloody Claws. Each stack of Mongoose Bite increases the chance for kill command to reset by 2%. Okay, so more focus generation, more single target damage, more stuff that procs with the kill command resetting itself. Killer Companion. Let's go with center. Well, no, let's go with this part and then we'll finish with center. I'm sorry that I'm all over the place. Killer Companion. Kill command damage increased by 10%. Straight up, just passive damage increase, as we saw in Beast Mastery Talent 3 as well. Straight up increases for damage in with non-conditional increases to damage are quite common in the Hunter's Talent tree. Spearhead. You and your pet, so 1.5 minutes cooldown, pretty long, instant, 50 yards range. You and your pet charge your enemy, striking them for 35% of attack power physical damage. You then become one with your pet for 12 seconds. Okay. While active, your pet damage is increased by 25%. Raptor Strike and Mongoose Bite deal an additional 35% damage over 4 seconds. And Kill Command has a 20% increased chance to reset. So just overall pretty hard damage cooldown. I don't really understand the part that you then become one with your pet for 12 seconds. It's just figuratively speaking that you're like, yeah, you both get some buffs, you become stronger, or you just replace your pet and you become your pet. Don't really know. Deadly Duo. While Spearhead is active, the focus cost of Raptor Strike and Mongoose Bite is reduced by 5, and Kill Command cooldown resets extend the duration of Spearhead by 0.8 seconds and then 1.5 seconds. So yeah, you can deal way better single target damage, because your focus spending is way less and the duration prolongs. Now we have Explosives Expert. Wildfire Bomb cooldown reduced by 1 second and probably 2 seconds. Whoa, that's very good for your AoE damage. And for single target as well, but more for your AoE damage. Coordinated Assault. 2 minutes cooldown, you and your pet charge your enemy again, so you have one more 40-yard range blink. Striking them for 125% of attack power, physical damage. You and your pet's bond is then strengthened for 20 seconds, causing your pet's basic attack to empower your next spellcast. Wildfire Bomb increases the initial damage by 20%, and Killshot bleed the targets for 50% of Killshot's damage over 6 seconds. It's quite interesting that you have, like, this talent is very simple. You just have your good AoE ability. These talents, they're buffs, and you need to test them in order to know which one is better, which one gives more damage. While Coordinated Assault is active, the cooldown of Wildfire Bomb is reduced by 25% and then probably 50%. Okay, Wildfire Bomb generates 10 focus when thrown. Killshot's cooldown is reduced by 50%, and Killshot can be used against any target regardless of their current health. Yeah, this cooldown seems very good. 20 seconds. It's a little bit, it has long cooldown, but it's probably worth it. And then choose one. Birds of Prey. Killshot strikes up to 3 additional targets while Coordinated Assault is active. So buffs for Wildfire's bombs and for Killshots to be AoE stuff. Okay, and Bombardier. Wildfire Bombs cooldown is reset at the start and end of Coordinated Assault. Interesting. I don't really know which one is better for your AoE damage, but yeah, definitely emphasis on additional AoE output. And our last talent is Ranger. Kill Shot, Serpent Sting, Arcane Shot, Steady Shot. Well, Arcane Shot you can only proc with this. And Explosive Shot, deal 20% increased damage. And Explosive Shot. Maybe you can proc it somehow as well. So yeah, interesting that for your melee survival hunter you're getting a ranger talent. Yeah, it's stylistically it's interesting. Stylistically it's cool. How it's gonna play, how much you're gonna use it, that depends. So yeah, pretty good, I guess. For me, across all hunter trees, Beastmaster looks definitely as the most straightforward spec, and survival and marksmanship have their own interesting parts, stuff that you can change, stuff that you can take or not take, and probably it will result in other feeling of the class itself. You can definitely spec in some parts of your class, of your subclass, and like make some skills way more powerful and forget about other skills. Yeah, pretty cool. Thanks for watching. I hope you're doing well, and goodbye.